Alright guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at my top 10 cases for the 14 Pro Max. It is going to be kind of a long video, so stick with me. You know, we're in the holiday times, you want to pick up a new case for your phone, you're trying to decide which one's the best. Well, I have 10 great cases for you guys to choose from, so let's jump right into it. Alright, so kicking this list off, we have number 10, the Speck Presidio 2 Grip, and this is just a really good all-around case. Speck does a really good job year after year with their cases, and I especially like their grip lineup. On the back, you get some minimal branding. You get a nice little lip around your camera lenses there to protect them. On the sides, you get a nice grip strip going up and down, as well as the opposite side here, your volume up and down buttons. Nice and tactile. You get your mute slider cut out, which is very easy to get to. Power button, tactile as well. You get all of your perfect cutouts there on the bottom. You get some nice screen protection. You get a lip around there. And then you get all of that in a nice slim profile. So these devices are already enormous. We don't need to be adding any more bulk onto them. And Speck realizes that, so you get all of that in a nice slim form factor. The fit on this one is perfect. You're not going to get any type of movement or budging or anything like that. And then popping the corners off, you get a nice snap. So the fit on this one is perfect. Of course, you get MagSafe. So popping a battery pack on the back here, it's not going to fall off. You get really nice strong connection there. And like I said, all of that in a nice slim form factor. The grips on the side make this a pleasure to hold. The buttons are very tactile. You get the camera protection, the screen protection. You can't ask much more. It's at a reasonable price point. So that's why Speck did crack my top 10 this year. Number 10, Speck Presidio 2 Grip. And coming in at number 9, we have the Mujjo leather case. You know, I always like to keep a leather case in rotation. You never know when you're going to go out to a nice restaurant, go get drinks or something like that. You always want to have just a real nice sleek case in your lineup, and this Mujjo leather case is that for me. On the bottom here, you get some minimal Mujjo branding. The entire rest of the back is nice and clean. You get a little lip around your camera for protection. On the sides here, you get those real nice metal buttons, and then your volume up and down, real nice metal buttons as well. You get your mute slider cutout, and then on the bottom, all of your accurate speaker cutouts. As far as on the front here, you get a little lip for protection. We all know leather cases are not meant for protection, but they still do give you a little lip all the way around, so it will protect if it takes, you know, a small fall or something like that. As far as the buttons go, power button, very, very tactile, and then the volume up and down, very tactile as well, so you're not going to have any issues with the buttons. As far as the fit goes, all these cases on this lineup they're going to have a perfect fit. You're not going to get any moving or budging or anything like that. Popping it from the corners, you get a nice little snap there. Same thing on the top right corner. So the fit on this one is perfect. The buttons are very tactile. You get a little bit of protection, but it's more about how clean this case looks. Just to me, with that little bit of branding on the bottom, it just looks nice and clean. It's very thin, so you're not going to be putting a bulky phone or a bulky case on an already bulky phone. And of course, you get MagSafe. So popping a battery pack on the back of the phone here, you get a nice connection. You're not going to have to worry about it falling off or anything like that. So this really just checks all the boxes for me. A lot of leather cases, when you bring them, you know, straight out the box, they're a little bit slippery until you kind of get your hand oils and stuff in there, kind of break it in. For me, this leather case, this Mujjo case was immediately grippy. I didn't have an issue with it. It didn't need to break in or anything like that. I can't wait to see how it patinas, you know, over the couple months, over the next year or so. So favorite leather case, Mujjo leather, number 9. Alright, so for number 8, we got a new kid on the block. I've never had Casetify on the channel before. I will be doing a dedicated review on this case as well as a few others in the coming weeks. But I mean, for a clear case, and I normally would not put a clear case in my top 10 or my top 15, but this new Casetify clear case just completely flipped the game. On the back here, you get that signature Casetify branding around the camera lenses. You get your MagSafe ring. Down here, now I have Pat's Tech. You can put whatever you want, a logo, a name. You can just basically customize this to a T. This isn't going to be your flexible type clear case. That's going to be your hard shell. This does not yellow. You know, it's that type of material that just doesn't yellow over time. So you're not going to have to worry about that. On the sides here, you get your power button. Very nice and tactile. These are Casetify's new buttons and they're perfect. They're nice and tactile, nice and clicky. Volume up and down. Perfect. You get your mute slider cut out on the bottom here. All of your cutouts are spot on. And if you guys can see, all around the frame of the phone here, you get these grip strips. Normally we're used to seeing grip strips on the outside of the case. These are grips on the inside, and what this does is it holds your phone in place and makes this fit A1. The fit of this case is, I mean, you're not going to be able to pull it. It's not going to budge or anything like that. And then trying to pop the phone out, I mean, you can hear it. So this thing falls with your phone in it. It's not going to pop off. It's not loose. It's not going to be sagging, drooping, anything like that. The fit of this one is A1. The buttons are perfect. You get nice protection around your lenses there. You get a nice lip that goes all the way around. Let me show you guys that. You get a nice lip that goes all the way around. I do have a screen protector for all of these cases, so keep that in mind. But you do get a nice lip. And then as far as the MagSafe strength on the back, you get a really nice connection there. So you're not going to have to worry about your accessories coming off or it falling off of a car mount or anything like that. So yeah, man, for a clear case to crack my top 15 even, and then to make it into the top 10 is definitely saying something. So Casetify, you killed it with this one. Number 8, Casetify clear case. And coming in at number 7, we have the Pitaka Mag Ez Case3 Fusion Weaving. Now this is going to be a minimalist case. It's not going to offer a ton of protection. On the back here, you have that nice aramid fiber weave, and they also, with that fusion weaving, kind of put that colored aramid fiber in here. So it gives it a little bit of style, kind of adds some color to it, and then you get your minimal Pitaka branding at the bottom. As far as the camera protection goes, you get a nice lip that goes all the way around the lenses. Now on the front, you're not really going to get any type of screen protection. Like I said, this is more for my minimalists. As far as the buttons go, you're going to be pressing the buttons of your actual device, so you get volume up and down, as well as the power button. And then on the bottom, this is going to be a wide open cutout for your charger, your speaker, and stuff like that. So yeah, like I said, this is going to be for my minimalists. Just a very slim case, very thin. The aramid fiber on the back, the texture that you get with it is very grippy. So if you don't want to run your phone, naked, right? You don't want to break it or anything like that. You don't want to get any scratches on the frame. This is a really great option. I tend to run this case a lot. The MagSafe strength on it is incredible. So you get right here, Pitaka, snap it right on the back. I mean, you get a very, very strong connection. So you're not going to have any issues. I mean, that's crazy. You're not going to have any issues with the MagSafe strength here, even though it's a very thin case. And like I said, it does offer some protection, right? So your corners are going to be covered there. So if your phone does happen to drop, it's most likely going to hit the corners, at least that's what they say there. So you get some material. If it does drop, it will protect it a little bit. I can tell you, I've dropped my phone in this one a few times. The phone's strong enough to take it, so I don't really have any issues with it. I do like running very thin cases. As you can see, it's almost as if you don't have anything on your phone there. So I really like this case. You get great MagSafe strength. You get that camera protection. You get a couple really nice styles to choose from. So coming in at number 7, Pitaka Mag Ez Case3 Fusion Weaving. All right, and coming in at number 6, moving right along with that thin case style, we have the Latercase for the 14 Pro Max. Now, this is going to be very similar to the Pitaka case, minus a few things and plus a few things. So number 1, this does not have MagSafe. It's a little bit thinner, but it does not have any type of MagSafe. So your accessories will kind of work. As you can see, you do get a small connection there, but I'm not confident enough to start shaking it around. So if you use a MagSafe charger, you'll be all right. But I wouldn't go using, wallets or anything like that with the Latercase. So no MagSafe on it. One of the other differences are, instead of getting that camera lip there, you actually get individual cutouts for your camera lenses, which I actually do prefer. I think it kind of gives it a very clean, sleek look there. So you get the individual cutouts. As far as everything else with the case, it's going to be very similar. You get your power button cut out there. You get your volume up and down mute slider on the top. You're going to get no material there except for the corners. And then on the bottom, same thing. It's going to be wide open cutout besides those corners there. And then as far as the screen protection goes, really not going to be too much to speak about there. So between this one and the Pitaka case, like I said, I like minimalist cases. I tend to run these a lot. If you're a big MagSafe person, the Pitaka case is going to be the much better choice there. If you really don't use MagSafe or anything like that, you can go with either one of them. I tend to like that individual camera cutout, but I do use a lot of MagSafe, so I go with the Pitaka for the most part. But yeah, so you get that aramid fiber on the back, just like the other case did have. So number 6, Latercase. All right, so coming in at number 5, we have the Caudabe Synthesis case. Now, I've never tried a Synthesis. This is actually my first year trying it. I've went with the Sheath over the past couple of years. I saw they made some changes. I really wanted to check it out, and I definitely do not regret it. This case checks all the boxes. You get this nice texture kind of plastic on the back. You get a very unique camera protector there. So as you can see, it kind of slopes up. You get that ring around there, so it does protect your camera lenses. And then on the side here, you get this kind of dot matrix pattern for grips. So it's gonna be nice and grippy. You get your power button. And then on the flip side here, you get that dot matrix pattern again with the volume up and down. You get your mute slider cutout. You get all of your accurate cutouts on the bottom there. And then as far as the screen protection goes, you get a small lip that goes all the way around. As far as the buttons, very tactile, volume up and down. Same thing with the power button. And then the fit on this one, you're not gonna get any type of pulling besides the buttons here. You're not gonna get any budging, anything like that, popping off the corners. You get a real nice snap. So the fit on this one is perfect. The buttons are very tactile. This dot matrix pattern on the side offers some really nice grip. Kind of the material on the back, I just really like the feel of this case. Your phone's not gonna go popping out if it falls. It is gonna offer, I believe, 6.6 feet of drop protection, and the MagSafe on the back, let me tell you, popping this thing on there, I mean, it's ridiculous. The MagSafe strength on this is crazy. So you are not going to have any type of issues getting this on a car mount or falling off the car mounts or your wallet sliding on and off or anything like that. The MagSafe strength on this is incredible. So this thing checks all the boxes. Coming in at number 5, Caudabe Synthesis. All right, so coming in at number 4, we have the Benks MagClap Air Mid-Fiber Case. I have not done a review of this one on the channel yet. This one is also coming very soon. I do run this a lot. I mean, air mid-fiber cases are just kind of my thing. So on the back, you get that nice smooth air mid-fiber. You get that camera protection there, so your lenses are gonna be recessed. And then on the sides, this is kind of like a TPU style material, like a rubbery feel. You get your metal aluminum power button there. You get some Benks branding. And then on the opposite side here, your mute slider cutout, your metal volume up and down. And then on the bottom, accurate cutouts. And then on the front here, you get a small lip that goes all the way around. As far as the buttons go, I mean, they're floating metal buttons. These are gonna be perfect. These are very, very clicky. I don't have any issue with the buttons. As far as the fit, pulling it all around here. Besides the little button parts right here, you're not gonna get any type of pulling or budging or anything like that. Popping off the corners, you get a nice snap there. Same thing with the top right. So you're not gonna have any issue with the fit there. The buttons are perfect. You get the camera protection, of course, that aramid fiber. And then as far as the MagSafe strength goes, really nice. I mean, you're not gonna have any issues with that. It's not gonna be falling off of car mounts. Your wallets and stuff are fine. Battery packs. I mean, what can I say? Benks, you guys did a great job with this one. Coming in at number 4, the Benks MagClap Aramid Fiber. All right, we are down to our last 3, and coming in at number 3, we have the Caudabe Sheath case. I mean, what can I say about this one? Last year for the 13 Pro Max, I thought this was one of the best cases, and this year they did an even better job for the 14 series. So on the back here, you get kind of like a sandstone type texture there. On the bottom, you get some minimal Caudabe branding. You get that camera lip up here to protect your lenses, and then on the side, you get more of that, sandstone type texture. You get your power button there. And then on the opposite side, you get your volume up and down, your mute slider cutout. And on the bottom, you get all of your accurate speaker and charger port cutouts. As far as the buttons go, I mean, they're perfect. Nice and tactile buttons. You're not gonna have any issues with that. And then as far as the fit, pulling it from the sides, you can see it kind of pulls a little bit, snaps right back into place. I mean, the fit of this one, they added a little bit more material on the side. It did not make it any more bulky or anything like that. They just kind of like solidified the sides here. So they're not pulling or budging or kind of slouching or anything like that. You're pulling the corners off. You get a real nice snap on all 4 corners. So you are not gonna have an issue with the fit of this one. The buttons are perfect. I mean, it's just a very simple case. If I'm gonna step out in the town, have some drinks, if I'm not using my leather case, I'm gonna be using the Caudabe Sheath case. This thing is just clean. As far as the MagSafe strength goes, now you guys saw the Synthesis, right? The Caudabe Sheath, same thing. I mean, the MagSafe is ridiculous on these Caudabe cases this year. They took the #1 spot, in my opinion, at least the cases that I've tried, they took the #1 spot as far as MagSafe strength goes. So you're not gonna have any issues with the MagSafe strength. The buttons are perfect. You get camera protection. You get a small lip around the screen for protection there. The fit is perfect. I mean, you can't say much about this case. It is definitely going to be in my top 3 every single year. Coming in at number 3, the Caudabe Sheath. All right, so we're down to our last couple cases. Coming in at number 2, we have the Phone Rebel Gen 4. Now this case checks a lot of the boxes for me as well. The fit of it is perfect. The craftsmanship in this case, just the little cuts and the little subtle things that they did with it, just make it an A1 case for me. On the back, you get that smooth aramid fiber, and then on the bottom here, you get that subtle Rebel branding. You get that camera protection, so you get a lip around your lenses there. And then on the flip side, as far as the screen protection goes, you get, see that little claw effect there. So it is going to protect your screen, but it's also not going to get in the way of you swiping up and down or left and right. On the side here, you get your metal floating volume up and down buttons. On the opposite side here, you get your metal power button. As far as how tactile they are, volume button is perfect, and then you get your volume up and down. Perfect. Very, very clicky, so you're not going to have any issues with mushy or stiff buttons there. On the bottom, all of your cutouts are perfect. And as far as the fit goes, you're not going to have any type of pulling or budging or anything like that. Popping it out from the corner here. Real nice snaps there. So the fit on this one is perfect. The buttons are very tactile. The craftsmanship of this case is just amazing. And of course, I love the aramid fiber. And they do have a few other styles and stuff, but the Gen 4 is just my favorite, bar none. I run this case a ton. I would definitely go check one out. Number 2, Phone Rebel Gen 4. And last but not least, we have the Dbrand Grip. Now, I just got this case in this week, but I knew immediately that this was gonna be on my phone the longest. You can customize the back with whatever skin that you want. Right now, I have the glitch camo. I got the navy camo, the something skin. You can put whatever you want on the back here. It comes with a camera skin as well, so you can kind of make it all blend into each other. And then on the sides here, this texture all the way around the case is going to be kind of like a dot matrix pattern, I guess you could say. So that's going to add some grip. And then on the sides here, you get even more grip with these little rubber strips on the bottom. You get your power button there. On the opposite side, you get more of these little rubber grip strips. You get your volume up and down, your mute slider cut out. And then on the bottom, you get all of your accurate speaker and port cutouts. As far as how tactile the buttons are, you get your power button. Very tactile, volume up and down. Very tactile as well. Your camera protection. Now you're not really gonna get a lip around the camera, but as you can see here, the case actually slopes up. So it slopes up right here on the right side as well as the left side. What that does is it gives you camera protection, but it also stops the rocking. So you're not gonna have any, rocking of your phone with this big old camera hump back here. It evens everything out because it slopes up from the bottom there. So gives you that camera protection, stops your phone from rocking it when you're trying to text on a table and stuff like that. Really nice implementation. Like I said, you get, obviously the Dbrand Grip is gonna be very, very grippy. So you get the rubber grip strips, you get that material all around the case, you get really nice buttons. The fit on it, it's perfect. You're not gonna get any type of pulling or budging or anything like that. You're popping it out from the corner. Real nice snap there. The fit is perfect. As far as the MagSafe on the back, that is my one gripe. My one gripe is the MagSafe strength is not very strong, so it will hold your accessories, right? The battery pack, it will hold it. It's not just gonna slide off. Your wallets and stuff, it will hold. It's just not as strong as I'd like, but that is literally my only gripe about this case. And it's not even that serious because the MagSafe strength is still there and it's still, it's still okay. Everything else about it, how grippy the case is, how tactile the buttons are, the fit is perfect. I can put whatever skin I want on the back here. This case is just A1 all around. I would definitely check it out. So number 1, Dbrand Grip. All right, guys, so that's it. These are my top 10 cases for the 14 Pro Max. Like I said, I did not do this in any particular order. I could use any one of these cases on my phone on any given day. They're all really good choices. I'll leave links for everything down below if you guys want to check them out for yourself. I know that was a long video. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, turn on that bell, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.